Finding solutions to the homeless crisis in Southern California can be a challenge, but the city of Anaheim says a recently opened shelter is already making a major difference in reducing the number of people living on the streets. Eyewitness News Orange County reporter Tony Cabrera takes a look at the impact.
Back in 2017, it was one of Orange County's largest homeless encampments. About 2,000 people living along the riverbed by Angel Stadium.
It became the most unsustainable situation.
Once that was cleared out, smaller encampments popped up, and the city says the homeless count dropped to under 800 just about a year ago.
We had a park on the west side of our city with 60 tents. It had a huge impact on the neighborhood, the library, the park itself.
But after opening 3 shelters in the past year, the city says there are now just about 300 people who are homeless. One of the shelters is the Anaheim Emergency Shelter, which has 224 beds and is operated by the Salvation Army of Orange County.
We've got to be creative, we've got to be innovative, and we can't do what we've always done in this space. When my wife and I arrived from Australia here in the US in Orange County 3 years ago, we quickly noted all of the shelters and the temporary structures. So we gathered our key staff together and said, we have a homeless crisis in Orange County. In fact, we have a homeless crisis across the United States. We believe that we have a response as a Salvation Army to the current challenge. In 79 days, we built a shelter for 224 people. We put food in people's stomachs. We give them a warm bed. We give them an opportunity to get a shower. We give them the opportunity to get clean and allow them to begin the process of achieving their God-given potential. You need to put food in their stomach, put clothes on their back, enable them and allow them to actually hear the gospel in the right state of mind. It's all about transforming lives.
And I came back, and it has given me a place where I've been able to thrive. And I have a lot of hope today. I got from being completely hopeless and not even wanting to live anymore when I came here to, I don't worry about the future anymore. Just one day at a time, God's changing my life to be better. I have a job. I have a licensed registered vehicle, valid driver's license. I wouldn't be there. I have a job. I direct deposit. I reinstated my bank account. That was awesome. I was like, I couldn't believe I did that. They even waived the fees. I got God working in my life through this program, through the people here at the shelter. And they're all part of my support group. So without this place, I don't know where I would be. Sleeping on the street somewhere. I'm lucky. I'd still be alive. I have hope. And hopefully I won't have to be here too much longer. I'll be able to move on and pick up my life and have my own place. Continue on with my life, living life on life's terms. Right now I can't do that. I need help. I'm getting it here, one day at a time. Thank you.
This place helped me with my housing, my Anaheim housing. Taking me apartment hunting. Giving me the resources that I needed to use to better myself in this unfortunate situation. So it's the resources that Salvation Army provides that I've used to better myself and hopefully get myself out of here very soon.
The Salvation Army, I have nothing bad to say about the Salvation Army. It's a lifesaver for me. It actually saved my life. Pastor Jimmy comes in on a regular basis. On my tablet here, we have Bible studies on Saturday night. On Tuesdays. On Tuesday nights, I have a Zoom. So whoever wants to hear the Word of God on a Tuesday can come and sit down and get into the Bible study. And now we have Bible study on Tuesdays at 9. Thursdays at 7, I think it is, and then we have a service where we can watch them from Tustin Ranch from live video stream right there. So this place is an awesome place. Pastor Jimmy comes in and asks me how I'm doing. It's awesome. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I know what I got to do to stay clean. The best part about this place is it gives me the hope and the chance to stay clean. I've been clean and sober for years, but I'm good. You know what I mean? That's the best part about it. And I know what I have to do. I have to plug into God, and if I don't plug into God, I'm going to fall by the wayside, because there's no more shopping days left for Christmas for me. You know what I mean? I kind of burn the candle at all ends, but I'm okay. I'm okay. One step at a time, going forward.
My name is Barth Medina, and I am the employment navigator here at the Anaheim Emergency Shelter. And what I do is work with all our residents here and eventually establishing a goal of employment. So we also work with our local partners here. We have Chrysalis and as well as the other organizations that help them in getting some skills, and then we do supplement that here in the facility. We do have workshops that I have, every week. We do have employment workshops here. So we talk about, the different aspects of work. Number one, why should they work? Or, what type of skills do they need? Both soft skills and technical skills. So, all those things, we talk about that because those are the questions they have. We do work as a team, along with the case managers and the ambassadors and the housing navigators, and we look at their case plan as a whole to eliminate those barriers so that eventually they can move forward and find that goal of their employment, and also which leads them to housing. Well, hope is in every time that I see someone come in, even for the first time, you have that hope in their eyes, like, wow, this is doable, this is possible. They come to me and say, you know what, I haven't done this for years, and you're telling me it is possible. I said, with the teamwork that we have here, and with their effort, and number one, it's just their first step of believing and making, it's like knowing that it is possible, then that is the starting point. You see their self-esteem grow and how they feel and how they act. It's kind of like, wow, I see light. And that's what gives us here, the staff, that boost and that energy. That's what gives me energy. Like at the end of the day, you're tired, but you see that there's like, hey, what did you do? Oh, I just got home from work. And that is like, from where they were at when we started to where they're now, that's like, wow, that's wonderful feeling. And that's like the energy boost that you need at the end of the day. And then you go home and you look at yourself in the mirror and says, you did something good today, and it made someone's life better. So each day like that, something like that happens, and that's the blessing. That's the blessing that we get by working here and by being here. And so that's where hope comes in, because each day I go to work, I say there's hope in there, and that's what I'm looking for. There's always that hope.
As I was out on the street, I got into drugs and the bad scene and stuff, and when I got placed in the hospital, and they kept me for 2 months, because at the time I was so sick that I was 104 pounds. But the doctor told me, if you leave, you're going to be gone in 5 days, because you have infection in your heart. And I remember saying, I don't care. When I first came here, I remember laying in bed saying, God, this is what it feels like to be in home again. I want to live a better life, a good life now. Really, really do. I just got to believe and have hope. I've got all the tools now, but I got to keep moving forward. I can't go backwards no more. I want to be able to, cook for myself, clean for myself, have a home, everything, a whole new life back.
If I got my paycheck, I'm going hang out with my friends, and I shared my 2 weeks paycheck with them. Gambling addiction. I lost everything. I lost my wife, my car, everything. I'm not doing drugs anymore, and I wanna get better. Time to change my life. So I keep straight, and I'm choosing the right path. I wanna get closer and closer to Jesus Christ, so I'm willing to serve you again. Pastor James is a good pastor and a good influence, because, you know, he want to help me to getting better. There's a lot of activity over here in the shelter. We have AA meeting. That's the employment group helping me to looking for job. I have an interview for my job. I will get the success. I feel good, better. This place is a good place to my recovery. God is great.
There's certainly a diversity among the homeless. I've met some who had their own businesses, their own homes, through a reversal of circumstances, lost everything. The question is, what do we do to advance people to become functioning citizens in the community? The name of our shelter is the Anaheim Emergency Shelter. It's a partnership for us to reach the homeless and the needy within the city of Anaheim. I'm trying to be, with God's grace, a pastor to the residents as much as I possibly can. I'm available to meet with them one-on-one, to listen, to share, to answer questions, to pray for, give some spiritual counsel. We want it to be a home, primarily for people within Anaheim, since we have partnered with the city of Anaheim to provide this place. We have our schedule of worship service. We have a worship service Sunday morning, Bible studies through the week. But how am I going to serve the people there when I can't be there? With some help from other people, began to rethink the way that we do ministry. And then we began to do some virtual meetings. Welcome to all who are watching online, and especially those at the shelter. Cheers go up. There's a real connection. I was teaching a Bible study. I thought, wait a minute, why can't we include some of the people that I got to know here at the shelter? So our people, church got to know them, they got to know people in the church. And as I'm beginning to see a faith community forming here, I'm thinking, you know, this isn't a whole lot different than what we did in our other churches. And then Alvin began to tell me some of his story. And he's been one of the key members of our new faith community forming. And he's become a friend and a brother. Julia, her new and transformed life is the ministry that we've been able to provide. And she's passing on to others the love of Christ. It's more than just providing a good and safe place for people to be. It's introducing them to Jesus Christ. Our aim is that everyone who knows Christ will be a part of a church. As soon as COVID lifts, they'll be able to physically be a part as well, in then loving, caring for, discipling, mentoring. So we look forward, when COVID's over, I'm going to be taking busloads of people to our church. There is the power of Christ being able to free from addictions, to make us the new people that he wants us to be, and enable us to serve him. The only way we're going to be able to do that successfully is partnerships with our Salvation Army Corps and with other churches. I think I would urge everyone to be involved in serving, caring for the marginalized. Talk with leaders about it. And we can even help your church get involved in serving. And I'm thankful, rejoicing, celebrating, humbled, honored. It's very exciting.